It's Monday morning, it's Harper's Date, we're in Uttoxeter, Adam's inside chasing because my back hurts, and I'm in the van, and I'm editing stuff on my phone. Thank you for all the new subscribers recently, if you're new to the channel. YouTube Shorts are doing well. Sorry, they are. I've realised as well, you guys aren't... You're getting notified all the time for these shorts. All the time. I'm trying to do 3 a day. It might seem excessive, but trust me, if you saw the... I've put some figures up now. The figures up now, it shows the difference between what I was on before, views per week, to views per week now. I'm up over 1,000% in views just from doing YouTube Shorts for what, a week and a half, 2 weeks, which is incredible. I can't say it's made much difference right now to the overall income because we don't monetize Shorts. You can do. I think it's absolutely pointless. No one wants to watch an advert at the beginning of a 6 to 20 second video, but it's bringing in new subscribers. I'm gaining... I think I gained 500-600 in the past week and a bit, which is really good because now I've sort of peaked, really. Peaked at 70,000. I mean, it was probably peaking at 60,000 where I've exhausted all the electricians or people like new to trade or old to the trade, like electricians or people that are genuinely interested in electrics and UK electrics. I have peaked with that, and I don't think I'm going to find any new ones as such, but I'm trying to open the audience up to newer people. Hi, Adam.
Yo, right.
But YouTube Shorts allows me to reach a new audience with that like the short form content that will subscribe, and when they subscribe, hopefully they'll go through previous Arsenal videos I have, watch a little bit, the income will then come from that. Obviously, I'm not doing this purely for income. I do it because I enjoy it. And I hope you guys know that, and I like getting some stuff that we can review. Me and Adam have a really good laugh, and the shorts are allowing us to do slightly different, varied content. Obviously, I can pick bits from old videos that some of you guys, if you've only subscribed in literally the past 6 months or a year, from videos I did 3 years ago, I can pick some bits out of that and repurpose them. So it's working hand in hand, but I'm going to turn notification off for shorts for a while, so I can still put the shorts out. You guys won't get notified and get annoyed with it. So you know to watch my regular Tuesday, Friday and Sunday videos when they come out and not think, oh, Nick's put another short, I'm not watching that. So, yeah. We're not going to get a lot of footage today. Being at Uttoxeter, we're only just doing the utility room. We've got to rejig some chasing because where we were going to come down with all the cables, the plasterer, the plumber has gone and put the boiler directly in the middle of the wall, which is fine, but we didn't know it was going there. So we're just going to rejig some chases, have a bit of a tidy up. I'm going to the unit tomorrow because we're going to go and do a Fuseboard in Nottingham. An EICR Fuseboard, that's if it doesn't need a rewire. So that'll be a full form video on that, and I'll let people know my price and on it, why it was that expensive or that cheap, depending on where you live in the country. Right, it's nearly 12 o'clock. Didn't get any footage, obviously. Sorry about that. Right, like I said on last week's weekly video about this deal that I've got going on with the videos, it's a video I'm doing with Van Volt, which I hope I've got two videographers coming with me, friends of mine, Ben and Reese, which you've all met before previously. Ben, who did my van tour video way back and when, and Reese, who we've worked in his unit, absolute loads around the corner from me. We're doing a video, Jack JRC's involved, Adam, myself, and hopefully we're going to do a bit of a series. So keep your eyes up for that. I'm going back to the unit now, getting the stuff sorted for tomorrow. I think we're going to be fitting a Verso board again because I actually still have a spare Verso board. But the thing is, the guy's bought the property. He wants an EICR on it, obviously, so we can rent it out, but he thinks it might need a rewire. So we've priced in, because it's a bit of a distance away from us. Cheers, mate. Because it's a bit of a different distance away from us, we've said he wants a board change anyway. So we're going to do an EICR. If everything's okay and satisfactory, we're going to do the board change. If not, we will then quote for a rewire of some sort or to get it up to scratch, and we'll fix it that way. But I put a price in to go in the EICR, go and change the board over. But obviously, if it doesn't go that way, we'll just charge for the EICR and the travel time because it's about an hour and a half for us. Well, one way, so 3 hours travelling time. So yeah, keep tuned for that. But we'll film a little bit tomorrow. But like we said, we're going to do a standalone video on it because we've not done an EICR for ages. Adam's got better and bigger and more popular. Also, Adam's got TikTok, so go follow him on TikTok. But Adam will comment and I'll pin the comment in his TikTok, so go follow that. It's Tuesday morning. We're really up north. This is the north. Welcome to the north, Adam. This is Nottingham.
East.
Is it?
Yeah.
Well, we went upwards on the M6. No, we didn't. Oh, never mind. Today's not going well. We're doing an EICR for a customer for a board change as top of it. It's a new rental. This is stuff I said yesterday. we're going to try and get a full video here. I have a spare Verso board in the unit, so we're going to be using that. I like the last one I put in. It's the last one I have in stock. So we'll see if I still fit Fusebox or Verso in the future. Unfortunately, the thing that I said about Hager, which should have come out on the video last week, I can't remember now. Anyway, we were meant to go Hager on this Friday, but we're going to have to cancel because I accidentally forgot that we booked a day out with the kids on Friday, pumpkin picking and carving and Halloween stuff. So family comes first, unfortunately. So maybe you have to get around that. We might be able to get around to doing that again sometime if they invite us again, if they're not too annoyed. But we're fixing, we're doing an oven here as well. And hopefully if the ICR passes, we're then doing the board change and everything's okay. Hands go around taking bits and bobs off. So we'll report back in a little bit, but there will be a full video on this because why not? Right guys, it's about 3:30. The customers turned up and I'll show you the board now. You guys are going to see this on the standalone video. My God, have we had something interesting happen. My God. Board, there we go, Verso. Adam went in the loft and someone used to grow marijuana up in the loft. Not this customer, because he literally just bought the house. And there's so much stuff up there that we found. I think he's going to potentially speak to the police. There's nothing like anymore. It's old stuff. But where it all used to be, the electrics that have been touched, waters, all that sort of stuff. So you'll have to wait until that video comes out, but it should be a really interesting one. I've gone and crawled all the way through that and pulled it all out, took pictures of it, got it all on video. So it's Wednesday morning and it's 6:30. As you can tell, I've even got my torch on my phone so you guys can see me. I messed up from yesterday. We're over in Uttoxeter again, pulling cat cables, all that sort of stuff. So I'm gonna go to the unit to grab loads of materials that I've previously bought, take it over there, but pick Adam up first because he actually might come in useful. And we'll meet you across there. But we wanted to get an early start today to try and get ahead of the plasterers really, because apparently they want to plaster everything. There's a lovely chase that they've done in the loft room at the job. It was all chased out, the box was in, everything was ready for us. Had a look yesterday or the day before, wherever it was, and he's completely filled our chasing and our cables aren't in there yet. All ready then. Right guys, it's about 1 o'clock. We've just nipped in, had some lunch. Adam is now playing with a new toy that Unilite sent us. This is being released on Friday, so it's already Sunday for you guys. This is the NL350R, which is a neck torch, which you can see Adam is modelling here. So it's like doing fuse boards and switches and sockets, where you've got the brightness, you can change it or you can bend it. Take it off, Ad, so people can have a look at it. Put it on there, you can just twist it all around, put it around your neck, around your head. And I had to go with this last night. I'll be completely honest, I opened it and thought, what's this? It's wicked, genuinely wicked. For fuse boards, I can definitely say, because obviously you want directional light directly onto the fuse board. I'm actually in the process of trying to come up with a light for a fuse board. At the moment with Unilite, probably shouldn't have said that, but I did. But that to me, it's directional light from two sides, change the brightness on it. We'll see how long the battery lasts and have a go the next couple of days. But yeah, it's quite cool. We'll do some reviews on it, have a play with it, and see how we get on. I'll run you inside. We put loads of sockets on, loads of capping on. There's not a great deal to show you guys in here. It's second fix in the first fix, if you know what I mean. Putting the boxes on. We've run the cables everywhere. We bought some cat cable. We need to do that. But the problem is we've got the kitchen fitters here fitting a kitchen, and all of the kitchen stuff is everywhere in the house of where we're all trying to work, which is difficult. And tiles everywhere and flooring everywhere. The plumber's in there making a noise. The radio's on everywhere, so it's quite difficult. I know it's excuses, but I'll run in and show you what we're getting up to. So here's what we got: kitchen stuff everywhere, boiler stuff, flooring stuff, boxes in, wall lights on, data point. That's sort of where we're going around and doing this wall light. So we're getting there, but now we need to jump in there in the world's tallest room. Anyway, we need to get to these, let's get to them, let's get to them. I've done these. So, like I say, for a video for you guys, not very interesting in the slightest. We'll just shift things around and like, everything's heavy. Always heavy. Also, Jack sent me a hat, JRC Electrical, ages ago. I've just finally got around to wearing it. I was like, today's the day. Right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm really sorry. I meant to run through pricing as of the job from yesterday. I said something about it this morning. I've got no issue sharing the costs of what I charge. I mean, anyone on YouTube can get hold of me, get a quote off me through pictures and whatnot. So price was to do an EICR and the board change. We didn't know the job. We had almost 4 hours worth of travelling throughout the day, so take that into consideration. Verso 10-way usable board with SPD with RCBOs. There was 6 RCBOs used. Others were blanks. Full test on the house. We fixed a few things along the way, but our initial price was £750 plus the VAT for the board change, the EICR first, and obviously that then gets put forward to an installation certificate. That includes building control notification, obviously all the certification. We then on top changed the oven over. We changed the double socket. Adam then sort of fixed the wiring that was on the back wall for the boiler and everything. He just put a new pattress on, rejigged it, put a bit of trunking on. Didn't look the best, but it worked. That's what the customer asked for, and that's what they wanted, for the least mess and decoration as possible, sort of thing. So I'm going to add that on top, but it'd be around another £100 on top. So it's about £850 that I charged for yesterday's work. My board change price normally is around the 650-700 mark plus the VAT. Obviously we had the travelling on top, but because there wasn't that many RCBOs, wasn't a full board, it was a bit less, but obviously the travelling on top for 4 hours really for the pair of us for travelling. So that's how it worked out. Let me know your thoughts on it. I've seen on different forums and whatnot in the past that I'm way too cheap. Some people have said in the past I'm too expensive. For around my area, around Stafford, I am one of the most expensive electricians domestically for changing fuse boards. 100%. I know quite a lot of sparks around Stafford. We always have a good natter in the wholesaler. Because I'm quite open and honest about pricing, I really have nothing to hide whatsoever. I think it's better for the whole industry if we talk about pricing. Customers can then see this, see what is almost expected when they ask for a quote. Whether or not, if it's around our ballpark, you know they're on the right track. If they're looking at a £300 board swap, that includes the board. Maybe probably stay clear of that. Always try and look for an RCBO board. Of my recommendation, I'd never go for a split load board because of regulations changing. I think it's just better and a better product to fit for future proofing. Obviously, we're going to be moving to AFDDs at some point. In domestic, I can see it coming in probably in the next 5 years. I really hope it doesn't because the cost is so high at the moment. A board change could then go to a £2,000 job. And who's going to have that done? They ain't going to be paying electricians to put an AFDD board in properly. They'll be paying someone down the pub 300 quid, 400 quid to put an RCBO board in. But yeah, let me know thoughts, pricing, am I close? This is from Midlands area. Obviously, we're starting to travel out. And to me, when I've done when I've done pricing as well, that's travelling further afield, more to cities. I'm less expensive than a local spark that lives around the corner with my travelling on top, because that's how much we charge for boards. I know, like say Jordan down in Cambridge, there's not throwing Jordan under the bus. I fully respect Jordan and like Jordan and what he does and what he's created with his channel and business. 100%. I always throw shade at him. I always mess around and joke. He knows I'm joking, and he can more than happily do it back to me. I've got no problem with that at all. But I would have thought Jordan's pricing for changing a fuse board, this is off me, I don't know this whatsoever, but I would expect around the £1,000 to £1,200 mark for a board change from himself or his company. So that's the difference between sort of Midlands, my area, poverty, it's not. But compared to Cambridge, London, no idea. But yeah, let me know thoughts. If you want to, below, comment the price that you sort of charge and sort of the areas so someone can get the grasp of it. Everyone quote for like a 10-way RCBO board. You know, you can go Hager if you want, you can go Fusebox, you can go Versa, you can go whatever. But sort of put the price that you would charge to put the board in, upgrade the bonding, upgrade the tails, obviously fully test it all, notify building control. Down below, mine's about £750 plus the VAT. Let me know so we can help the other sparks in and around the area. Sort of a little forum below in the comment section, so you sort of can get the grasp a little bit of what prices people are expecting in and around your area. Anyway, we'll say bye for now. Found this on site. I'm going to take it home for the kids. They'll love it. It is Thursday morning, and I'm really annoyed because I've just done all this. I forgot to turn the microphone on, didn't I, Adam? Yes, I did. We're at this beautiful house today. This is a new pool room, so pool tables all been covered up. We've got spotlights to go in. some wall lights to go up, 4 wall lights, new switch in, change these 2 centre lights over to a pool table light. I won't waffle on too long. It's quite a new building, but it's actually floorboards upstairs. So I'll run you upstairs. It's fitted furniture, so we're going to try and pull everything across, pull some floorboards up, find some access, and we'll get cracking. On top of it, we have to cut this day short. My other half, best friend, is potentially gone into labour this morning, and my other half is her birthing partner. So I could end up going straight back because it's half term to look after the kids. I'll leave Adam here. You get done, you'll be right here by yourself, won't you? So yeah, I'll run you upstairs. At the end of the video, I'll do you a Tradify run through, who's the sponsor of today's video, the weekly video. Use the code down below for 50% off for the first 3 months. But I'll run through how I'm going to start trying to do this little clips of how to create a new customer. And the next one was how to create a quote, then across to an invoice, then across to that sort of stuff. So wait till the end of the video and watch out for Tradify. Right, this is the room. Built-in furniture all down this side, built-in furniture down this side. The plan is the light is going to be around here. We want to try and get to the main light connections because also we need to get a permanent live for our wall lights now. Drop down to the switch, which is going to be around here. So the board, we've took the corner up over there. Boards run this way, but joists run this way, which is probably the wrong way that we want, but it just means we can get a full board up here and should be able to rod across, get measurements of beams, all that sort of stuff. So wish us luck. The only one that's going to be a pain is the wall lights, which is a built-in wardrobe there, built-in wardrobe there. The coving is like the one up here. It's like, what, 10-inch thick coving and it's solid. So we want to make sure we don't damage that whatsoever downstairs. So it's drilling up behind, and we'll probably do a 4-inch hole next to it in the plasterboard upstairs, downstairs. So we can get our hand up and over, pull the cable and pull it within our trough that we've cut out. Right, that is up, and that actually quite a challenge, to be honest with you. We found the 2 cables that head across to the left-hand switch and then a flyover. Unfortunately, the connections are about here. And without physically moving the bed, which we might end up doing, depending how much of a pain in the arse it's going to be downstairs, pull it out, twist it around, pull the carpet back more, take another out, but we should be able to pull this joint back. Them cables there, that looks like it's the live and the switch live. Pull it back, we can do a Wago box in there, which isn't the end of the world. That means from here, we know where our joists run, we can cut our downlights out, we can rod across, save taking 6 different floorboards up, we can do it off the big one. So that's the sort of process we run through. We're going to go downstairs now, pull the 2 light fittings down above the pool table, find our centre, because the pool table is staying exactly where it is, can measure up, drill up, feed a rod up, figure out what that is, then start doing the downlights. Right, we're trying to figure out this pool table light. 455 quid, doesn't come with any instructions. We've got the anchors for the ceiling, which isn't going to be a problem, but the only problem we're going to find is if this sits perfectly on a joist, then the light's all going to be at askew. You've then got catenary wire, metal strand wire onto clamps, which then pokes into here, you're tying it up. But obviously there's a regulation, I say regulation, there's a height that you need to have a certain light above the pool table. I'll come over here so you can see me. And so we need to be smack bang in the centre of the table all the way around. That's where they want the table. So annoyingly, we could have been halfway through this now, but you need to get it absolutely spot on and take lots of time and care to get this bang on right, or you could end up being a bit of a dog's dinner above someone's pool table that are paying you a lot of money for. So take your time. While Adam's trying to blind me. What he's doing is just setting that up. We marked out the centre of the table, and we're getting a plumb line up. So we'll get that, make sure we put the screwdrivers, it sounds really crude, that's a really unprofessional way we did it. We measured the table and we put a screwdriver across the centre, and we've got the centre point of the table, laser on top, plumb line up. It means we can now measure that from side to side to side to side onto the red line laser on top to get the plumb. So we know that's where the centre of our fittings go into. That will be where our black cable feeds up through, and we measure from that centre point across to our 2 bolts to make sure that's in that line as well. I'm still gonna double check. We've measured out downlights, we had the customers in and out about 15 times, bless them. I want it right, it has to look good. We've now decided we're doing a spotlight that side, this side, and just a row of 3 across here. We had to step in from that wall because upstairs is the landing and the stud wall and 3 joists combined, so we've had to kick it in. This light is now on, pool table light. I've just rigged it in. Temporarily so the customer can see it. Don't tell anyone, I won't. But yeah, that's still live. So now I'm going to go around with the dade, cut some stuff out, cut the downlights out, and we can start rodding it. The usual stuff that you've all seen before. But I've had the customers honestly in about 10, 15 times just to make sure they were happy with it all, with the right height of this to what they wanted, to how much we would leave in the ceiling, like everything. Just ask questions, you can't ask too many. What a day, it's about 4 o'clock. All the cables are in. I haven't filmed any of this to show you guys. I haven't even done a standalone video. I just had a lot of things to do today and I didn't want a phone call saying, the baby's on the way, and having to run home and leave Adam here to sort of put floorboards back down. Or the entire bedroom's all back down, carpet's down, hoovered, cleaned, delicious. Wall lights, I'll run you through what we did with the wall lights. Because this is dabbed off quite a way to my finger, I didn't have to cut anything on the coving. We got the rod straight up, we got the floorboard up because the built-in wardrobes are about here, and we managed to use the super rod magnet and chain attachment, pull them across. Unfortunately, we couldn't do that here because all the carpet only came up to here, and I couldn't really get to this side without putting that side. So we cut some plugs, 4-inch plugs, which are then screwed back up, put a bit of filler in it, help the plaster out. So these wall lights are coming on with these under lights here. The spotlights are going on by themselves, and then the pool table light is going on by itself as well. I managed to run another cable down, and I'll explain this for you as well. It's becoming a triple switch, all dimmable, and there's a live and a neutral here. So we've managed just to bring the one cable down, which is going to go to a joint box there, which then spiders that way, and then this way. This here, the black flex, is not quite done how it should be. I could go into this in detail. You know when you normally have a hook on a light fitting, it hooks itself in, it takes the weight of itself, the cable becomes taut, and then you slide the cup on. This doesn't do that. This cable wanted you to go directly straight up into the ceiling and have a joint box on it, but it wouldn't be taut unless we clipped it to the inside of the beam, but then it would be completely unusable if you wanted to lower and higher it up. It sort of stuck the way it is. So we've decided to run it up this way. It's not finished yet, it's going to be cable tied to it into the ceiling, make it a bit neater, and this thing sort of, it's going to be void. Customer's happy with that, sort of trying to figure out what we're doing. That was Wagoed and Wago boxed up there, and this light fitting was brought across to there. Actually, it was brought down, back and across, happy with that. This one, the old connections from the other light, that was also Wago boxed up and stuck in the ceiling, and I'll put a bit of filler on that too. Some sockets have been done down there, additional sockets. We're done for the day, we've hoovered, we've cleaned, we've minimal mess as much as possible. It's been a good day. It's been fantastic. Everything, the process for all this sort of stuff takes so long. I'll end it here. If you want me to do any more price and stuff, because obviously the middle of this video is to do with price and jobs and fuse boards, I'll happily sit down towards Christmas. If you guys give me a list of stuff you want me to price, I can do individual videos or even shorts and let you guys know when they're going out of how we price per point fuse boards, EICRs, and break it down a little bit more and get a bit more information out there for you guys, if it helps out. Anyway, love you, leave you. Take care now. Bye-bye then. Right, it's my turn. Okay, coming across, I want to create a customer. Obviously, I've tried to blank out everything as I'm here. I'm going to click Create New Customer. Go on there. Let's go with Paul Smith. And then the contact name below would be, so customer's name is obviously them. It'd be like a company name or something, but obviously just put some Paul Smith in again. Addresses. So good thing about this is you can put whatever you want in. Let's go 42 Wallaby Way, Sydney. We all know that's our Finding Nemo. Sydney. Trying to spell this correctly. Right, okay. 42 Wallaby Way, Sydney is obviously a made-up address for the film. Come on. Yeah, no, that's all fake. So, all right, let's just go. All right, Colchester. There we go. 42 Wallaby Way, Colchester. Sorry, whoever's address that is. What we do is just copy the physical address over. Email address, obviously self-explanatory. Same with the mobile. And this is the cool thing I like. So we go down here to financial information. Document theme. So you can set the preset themes. Mine's quote temp 1. This is what I use for quotations. We go on to the tax, and obviously I'm VAT registered. So exclusive, and that will add on the 20% that I need. We click save on that. That's the job to good, and you can go across to quotations after that, which I'll show you on the next video. Sorry, there's no footage for Friday, guys. I went pumpkin picking with the family, so I had Friday off. And had a great time. Remember all the codes below, guys. 50% off for the first 3 months on Tradify. Hit it below. Save yourself some dollar and some time. I'll see you on the next one.